Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be talking about what has actually happened inside the Alton Towers dungeon and what's new. If you do go on to find this video rather interesting, please make sure you like, subscribe and ring that bell, and let's get straight into this video. So then, to start off the talk about the Alton Towers dungeons is where the location is plotted. And a quick fact, there has been 4 attractions that has been placed in the spot. This is including Around the World in 80 Days, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the ride, the Alton Towers dungeons, and the new for 2024, Amigos in the Afterlife. I think Alton Towers like to put new attractions here because it's now 4, and it's been very old because the first ever one, which was Around the World in 80 Days, that opened in 1981, 1 year after the Blade opened, that was the first ever ride at Alton Towers. So it is the second attraction at the park. So there's a mini history lesson for you guys. You're welcome. Moving on to the next topic that we're talking about is the pricing for the Alton Towers dungeons and the new Amigos in the Afterlife. So when the Alton Towers dungeons actually first opened, you did have to pay to actually go in and do the dungeons. It did cost up to £38 to come in, and you couldn't even use your Merlin discounts to go in, or any Merlin, even though it is a Merlin attraction and it is in Alton Towers. You couldn't use it to get any discount on anything, which was a bit crap at the time, but at least with the new Amigos in the Afterlife, it is a free family kind of scare maze. And I know this is aimed for more little kids and families, but it does look really, really nice in there. And just before we move on to the next topic, I just wanted to point out that the dungeons was actually built by Mack Rides, who have built some crazy rides out in the world like Hyperia, Voltron, and all that kind of other stuff, which is absolutely crazy if you think about it. And for them to build a boat ride at Alton Towers is mad. But on to the next one, where we're talking about the announcements, how they kept quiet of the removal of the dungeons and the new attraction. So here you go with everything that has happened with the dungeons and Amigos. So as we all know, the Alton Towers dungeons did close quite a while back now, but they didn't announce that it would be closing for good or like any kind of releasing a sad note that the Alton Towers dungeon are leaving. It just closed one day and it stayed shut like Hex did, but it reopened. So it is quite sad how they didn't release any announcements to do with the dungeons closing and making way for this new attraction, which they did release a kind of trailer teaser sort of for Amigos in the Afterlife opening, and it's a lot more better than the dungeons because that just closed and everyone saw construction on it and they didn't say anything even though it was going for construction. Alton Towers decided to stay quiet and just release a teaser for Amigos in the Afterlife. If you've never seen the teaser and you do want to see it, here you go.
Discover a brand new world of colour and adventure this Halloween. Journey through magical places and meet some exciting new friends. But be ready, you may encounter some less than friendly spirits along the way. Get ready to journey to the beyond this Scarefest.
So there is the announcement for Amigos in the Afterlife opening, but nothing with dungeons, which is quite sad. But we now move on to our final topic, and this is my full thoughts about what actually has happened and what I think is better, and just naturally just going through stuff on the dungeons. So the Alton Towers dungeons, am I sad that it is gone? Yes, I am, to be fair, but I do have an idea. So we all know that Scarefest is going to come to an end, and obviously Amigos in the Afterlife will go for a bit until next year possibly. But my idea is, what if the dungeons does actually come back for the 1 year wait? Because they do need to put something there, because they can't just leave this spot empty for a year. But I think it would just be quite annoying for Towers keep constructing and like do the whole thing again. So I do see why they wouldn't, but also it would be very good at the same time, because I do miss it. But there was this huge thing with the Alton Towers dungeons. The storyline did actually take inspiration from Staffordshires history for parts of its storyline, most notably the Money Lay part of the walkthrough, which is based on a local legend, which is pretty crazy. So there's a fact about this dungeons which makes it even more haunted. So that means I could have nearly been spooked and demonized by a demon. If you did go on to enjoy this video and you do want more reviews like these in the future, please make sure you like, and if you are new, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. And make sure you ring that bell, and hopefully we can get another advert on this video, because it really made my day when we did. Please guys, please. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.